No matter what heating and cooling service you need, at LCS Heating and Cooling, every call has one purpose.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Your comfort, our mission.
Your comfort, our mission. Your comfort, our mission.
From the first call to the final walkthrough, that mission guides everything we do. Visit lcsheatingandcooling.com.
Outside the Forecast on WTHR Plus is sponsored by LCS Heating and Cooling.
The late winter and early spring pattern has been dominated by big severe weather events across the Midwest, with deadly tornadoes in Illinois and Indiana and record-shattering and windshield-shattering hail. I'm meteorologist Robb Ellis, and here's a video roundup for February and March weather for Outside the Forecast. In late February, an early spring round of thunderstorms contained large hail and led to several tornadoes in southern Indiana. In Bloomington, the west side of town was hit by an EF2 tornado with winds estimated to be near 120 miles per hour and on the ground for nearly 4 miles. The storm brought down power lines and damaged this Fifth Third Bank.
Being here, you get a sense, you can see just how strong those winds were last night. This house, the back of their roof was completely torn off. In fact, the wind's so strong, it carried pieces of the roof to a tree across the street. The storm's wind snapped trees and left siding ready to fall off homes with one good gust.
We still have our ceiling, but we do not have the roof. They're coming, I believe, today.
Carolyn Tilford's roof is down to the planks. Insulation is flying around her neighborhood, stuck to sides of homes and cars. She believes it's likely a tornado went right over her house.
My husband and I were just kind of, holding on to each other, and it was like, oh my gosh, and we were just praying to God. And
the storm also knocked out power. Poles snapped at their base.
We haven't had power since last night, so I know everybody's cold, so I'm just bringing hot chocolate and doing whatever I can to help neighbors.
Luckily, no injuries were reported in Bloomington during this storm. Jenna Webster, 13 News.
Heavy spring rains brought 4 to 6 inches of rain to central and southern Indiana on March 3rd through the 5th. Flooding in Bartholomew County along the east fork of the White River led to water rescues and closed roadways. Just a day later, the next storm system brought a round of severe storms to parts of southern Michigan. A large supercell thunderstorm led to multiple tornadoes, including a large and damaging EF3 tornado that damaged Three Rivers, Union City, and Edwardsburg in southern Michigan. The Union City EF3 tornado was the earliest EF3 on record in the state of Michigan, with winds of 160 miles per hour. 3 people were killed in the tornado, including a 12-year-old boy. Only a few days later, the atmosphere was set again for another round of severe storms and tornadoes, and this time a bit further south in northern Illinois and northern Indiana. During the afternoon of March 10th, supercell thunderstorms began to develop in central Illinois and produced record-breaking hail as it passed near Kankakee, Illinois. Hailstones of 6 to 8 inches in length were recorded from the storm, making it the largest hail ever recorded in Illinois. The storm also produced a very large and deadly EF3 tornado as it moved through Kankakee, Illinois, crossed into Indiana, and tore through the town of Lake Village. That single supercell was responsible for producing 12 tornadoes as it moved through Illinois and into Indiana.
The Lake Village fire chief says the town took a direct hit, and I mean, you can just see how clear that is. The line of damage as this storm came through, taking out power lines, trees, parts of homes now missing.
After the storm brought more rain and lots of cleanup. The wind ripped trees out of the ground. The woman who owns this house says the wind was so loud she didn't even hear the tree fall.
We went into the bathroom. I took my dog into the bathroom, and my grandson was watching what was going on. And then later on, we came out after it stopped, and we came out and saw all this.
Down the street from her, homes are without roofs. A Family Dollar looks like the front caved in. Indiana State Police say 106 buildings are damaged, 32 of those destroyed. The Newton County coroner says an elderly couple died after their home was destroyed. about 4 miles away from this damage. ISP says 10 people were injured and is grateful that number didn't grow today with search and rescue, giving thanks to weather forecasters.
They predicted a path that this was going to take, and they were spot on. The only thing that they were wrong about was the timing, and they missed it by 20 minutes. It was incredible how accurate they were, and kudos go to them. I can say without a doubt they saved lives.
43 members from Indiana's Task Force 1 arrived here to Lake Village this morning. They're helping with search and rescue, and they're expecting to stay for about 2 weeks. In Lake Village, Jenna Webster, 13 News.
On the 13th of March, winds were the big weather story, but there wasn't a storm in sight. Strong gusty winds toppled trees and semis across central and northern Indiana. Gusts of over 60 miles per hour were reported in Indianapolis, and a gust to 67 miles per hour was reported in Muncie.
Outside the Forecast on WTHR Plus is sponsored by LCS Heating and Cooling.